real estate buyers could face difficult decisions when it comes to buying property this spring because of rising construction costs, fluctuating interest rates, and, of course, economic uncertainty. This is all tied to those U.S. tariffs.
So joining us live now to break down how buyers can approach this season's housing market is real estate agent Nancy Kohli Hate, joining us live. Nancy, good morning to you. So we know that the threat of these tariffs is real now. We're effectively in this trade war, and we're talking about construction because that's what is required to build new homes. What's your advice to people looking to get into the housing market at this precarious time?
Well, first of all, I would say to be flexible and remain adaptable to the changing market conditions. And so, for example, we are seeing a rise in new home prices with respect to the direct impact on our construction costs with raises in construction costs. You'll see a heightened, you'll see increases in home prices. And so you may want to, be adaptable to maybe even the type of property that you're looking to purchase. So pre-construction, there's a lot of uncertainty with respect to the supply chain disruptions and how they might impact developments and the timelines around those developments, or even the certainty around the outcome around that. But resale properties might offer a lot more stability and security in your purchase and a lot more transparency in the short term.
Yeah. So basically a home that's already been lived in, set up. You're not building a new one or anything like that.
Exactly. A lot more transparency in what it is that you're taking home.
Of course, so much of real estate revolves around borrowing costs, interest rates. BMO and Bank and RBC yesterday coming out saying they expect the Bank of Canada to sort of really accelerate the reduction of interest rates. But there is that uncertainty when you're borrowing money. How much can I afford? What to do? What do you look at when it comes to the interest rates in vis-a-vis the tariffs?
Well, the thing is that we don't really know what's going to happen with interest rates, right? There's a lot of push both on the upward trend of interest rates, but also on the downward. In the short term, we might see, the Bank of Canada reduce interest rates further to be able to accommodate for some of that affordability. But as we know, with inflation, as inflation goes up, interest rates would also likely go up in the longer, shorter term future. And so speaking to your mortgage broker, for example, or your bank, to really understand your current state financial affordability, but also with respect to, if interest rates were to rise in the near future or in the long run, being able to afford that and additional home ownership costs is ever so vital. And so if you're, if you have a greater sense of what it is that you can afford, you're better able to put yourself in a position where in the future you'll be more financially secure and comfortable in your home. Yeah.
And, we always hear the first rule of real estate, location, location, location. But how might these tariffs kind of change people's plans to buy in a certain neighborhood or area? How might that change the market in terms of where people are purchasing new homes?
Well, I think now more than ever, people need to remain open-minded in terms of what it is that they might be previously searching for relative to what it is that they can afford. Opening up your mind and, again, staying adaptable to changing market conditions will allow you to see opportunities outside of what you might have previously thought you wanted to purchase. And then, again, of course, place yourself in a position where you're better able to align yourself not only to your financial affordability, but your long-term goals.
Yeah. What are you hearing from your clients, Nancy, who are maybe picking up the phone the last couple of days with the threat of the trade war, now the reality of the trade war? What's it been like in your office, the conversations you're having?
The sentiment actually is quite uneasy. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market, uncertainty with respect to the job market, uncertainty with respect to where interest rates are going to go. And so a lot of folks are actually picking up the phone and calling me and saying, you know what, housing is not only looking to be a lot more unaffordable than I previously thought, which was already the case, but also, they're wanting to prolong their decisions and maybe wait until market conditions stabilize. For those that are moving forward, however, there's a lot of room for spotting opportunities for better negotiations, for example. There's a lot less competition in the market. So there's still a lot of opportunity to be had by buyers who stay knowledgeable and informed about how the tariffs can impact the real estate market, and then being able to spot those opportunities thereafter.
This tariff trade war is putting so many things on pause, but if you're equipped, you don't have to sit on the sidelines.
Exactly.
Definitely. Okay, Nancy, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your tips this morning, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to meet you. Thanks, Nancy.